Hey guys, it's Red Nomster, and today is episode 2 of Ingenious. Yes, it is finally here. It is a little bit late due to, some technical stuff. My After Effects wasn't working, and to make that amazing intro, I kind of had to reach out to a buddy of mine, but it is here nonetheless, and hopefully it will stay with us for the rest of our life. So what we have here is an episode going to showcase my pocket spaceship design, as well as my top picks from the submissions that you guys sent. So I'll begin by going through mine, and then I'll go on to everybody else's, but essentially before I go on any further, I want to thank all of you who submitted. There was a lot of beautiful submissions, and a lot of submissions in general, I guess. It was quite a bit, and it surprised me a lot. I really appreciate the feedback I got from it, and I hope it continues to be that voluminous, if that's a word, voluminous? Sure. That great amount of quantity and quality at the same time of feedback. I appreciate it a lot, you beautiful people, and it's going to be great content for the people watching as well, including yourself. And especially if you get to win, more people are going to see it, more people are going to be like, hey, that guy's pretty cool. So it's a win-win. I'm loving it. So here we go. I guess we'll just start off by going through my concept. Essentially what I have here is a type of like an X-Wing type spaceship, you know? A lot of the submissions I got were like rocket ships and went vertically, and even some of them had flying machines that flew the spaceship itself. I have 4 flying machines on mine, but they are detachable missiles similar to my second pocket house, and maybe my third. Nope, my third one didn't have that. And it also has the cannons from the first pocket house I made. So a lot of reminiscent stuff, but it's very good compact designs that kind of make for it. But I think mine was the most weaponized spaceship, I suppose, but there are a lot of other spaceships in this video that have a lot of spaceship-esque type things, spacecraft things like spacesuits and just different things that I didn't even think of. So keep tuned for that because I was actually impressed by a lot of it. So first of all, on the top we have these headlights, and they only turn on for some reason. They're on right now. What if I break it and put it back? No? Alright. Well, I guess the sun is at the exact point where it doesn't matter, but essentially that's only supposed to turn on at night, so maybe we can get some of that. Time set 4,000. Huh? Time set something? No? Okay. It's broken, doesn't work. I give up. So we got some headlights that don't work. We have carrots on both sides. I was supposed to put wheat on one of these sides, but I forgot. That way you can make cookies with the cocoa bean that's on the inside. We have a cauldron up here and a chest right here that we can activate from the bottom as well. A jukebox right there, and then we have 2 things right here that are cannons, and I'll go ahead... TNT, there we go, not cannons. And I'll go ahead and fill these now, but I won't use them yet because I want to have a little bit of a finale by blowing everything in the world up. Yes. Alright, and then we also have a bed with a valid spawn spot as well. Then in the back, we also have 2 more things that shoot. I have arrows in there now, but essentially this is supposed to be in the air, but I forgot to put it in an endless pit, so basically the TNT that would shoot out would fall like an airstrike carpet bomb type thing, but essentially it would fall right here and blow up the back of the ship. So I just have arrows in there for demonstration purposes, but you can put TNT in there as well. There is the water that leads to the inside, so if we come in here, this door, or a trap door I suppose, closes it. So yeah, it does that. I guess if a mob accidentally gets in or on top, they can't get in and kill you, I suppose. There's a crafting table, an enchantment table, of course the green visor that's reminiscent of my mech suit. Beautiful. Hey, the lights are off. I guess it's that time of day. Fantastic. And then back here, the cocoa bean, which I figured out a lot of people struggled with who use cocoa beans in their submissions. It gets in the way a lot. So you can only pass by if it's fully grown, I guess, or if it's not fully grown. So that's that. The cauldron is only used from the top. There's another chest right here for storage. Jungle bean, cocoa bean on top of the jungle log. Mushroom Steve, of course. We have a automatic brewing right here. This refills the water bottles. This refills the nether wart, whatever you'd like to place in there. Now this right here is automatic smelting, but if I hit this lever, which would unlock everything, TNT would be sucked down from the cannon up there, so I guess I'll demonstrate it like this. If I take this water out, it's not going to refill it because this hopper is locked by this lever, as well as this hopper. All of these hoppers everywhere, except for that one right there. So if I hit this, this will begin sucking down TNT, and this will refill water bottles. But the lock there is to basically take the where's that? Is to stop this from sucking in TNT if you want to start shooting the cannon. So that's. And then of course, if we come back here, no armor, but if I hit the lever, we then get all of our spacesuit supposedly on. Am I beautiful? Yes. Oh, the weather turned rainy. That's why the lights turned off. Beautiful. Really, Cocoa Bean? You grew that fast? Okay. Mild inconvenience. It's okay. And then I guess we can move on to the weaponized part of it. So essentially, if you stand right here and make sure I got TNT. Yep. If you stand right here, these cannons will be activated if I hit these buttons. So if I hit this button, TNT will summon right here, or I guess dispense, and this slime block will thereafter push it off. Now it pushes it just over the edge, so I kind of reach the length limit of my pocket spaceship. So if I hit it, boop, falls right there. Beautiful. And then, of course, you go on both sides, and then if you really want to, you can kind of spam it quite a bit, and kind of make a crater to the center of the earth. It's still going. It's probably one of my favorite parts. I guess the next favorite is this, just because of the redstone logic behind it. But from the same spot, you can hit this, and it has a little burst fire, which again would just be TNT, but I guess I put arrows in there. But the way this is working is it's pushing a block over this torch and vice versa over here, but only on one side. And the way a torch activating itself works is that if you put this here, it's not going to activate this torch, it's only going to activate this one. And it doesn't burn out because it only goes for the length of a button, or yeah, just a normal stone button. So to fix that, just place it back, shoots an arrow. But we can do both sides, and it switches back and forth. That didn't go off because the torch was dead. But yeah, it's an interesting system, I think. It's a very easy way to compact a dual barrel type thing. And then for the grand finale, I have the bunker buster type missiles, I suppose. Not really bunker busters. They're bunker bust. What am I? Bunker busters. There we go. They're meant for destroying the bottom parts of a wall. So if I go ahead, shoot right there, they will then detach. And same thing with up here. And then if we come over here, supposedly this one won't work, but it will drop because, again, this is supposed to be in the air. But hopefully the top one will fall and break. We'll see what happens. Okay, let's see if I fix the problem. Shoot an arrow right there. The missile will then take off, and then hopefully, with this new one wide wall, yes, advanced technology, it will have enough room for this minecart to fall in between this piston. Let's see what happens. You're gonna fail on me once again? Let's see. Come on. Aha! And then of course the bottom part of the wall is broken, so your troops could then theoretically run inside and then blow everything up with that one wall defense that every single person has in the world. And then the bottom one, for some reason, doesn't seem to be working. But essentially, just like the other ones, there's a piece of string, and then the arrow, if you can see the piece of string, is there, and if it gets hit or stepped on for any of the other missiles, it activates this bud switch. But for some reason, it doesn't. It's still a bud switch, because if I break the string, it starts going. I don't know. It's a little bipolar for that one. I don't know why. Interesting. But yeah, it kind of leaves it with this interesting-looking, smaller spaceship, I guess, once the missiles are detached. And there's also one tiny little feature I guess I didn't mention, which is the double chests for storage on the outside of the wings that you can get right there and right there. Just a little bonus thing. Try to take up as much space on the wing as possible without using too many blocks, I suppose, but still a lot of dead space. But I guess that's the one that I made, so I'll go ahead and move on to everybody else submitted. I can't talk today. Everybody else's submissions. There we go. I think I have 5 of them, including mine. A little bit of a lengthy video, I suppose it's going to be, but hope you guys enjoy it. Now, mine was probably one of the biggest that's in this episode, but look at this one. This is a little cute thing. Look how small it is. But it is the rocket design, I suppose. So it's a vertical thing, which kind of compacts a little bit more, but doesn't have any weapons on it, more or less. But there is the pocket concept. I did not say it has to have weapons, so that's why this one made it in still. So what we have here is a bed, and I don't believe this is a valid spawn spot. I don't believe it. Maybe if we break this cocoa bean it is. I guess let's just figure it out. If I leave the bed, I'm inside of a staircase. So I believe if I kill myself, yep, Not a valid spawn spot. Disqualified! I'm just joking. I did not say that it had to have a valid spawn spot either, so I'm not going to dock him points for that, but it does fast forward to daytime, and you don't suffocate when you spawn, so that means that it's not completely useless, so, you know, I redeem your points for that. Lava buckets to refill the thruster right here, which is done by hitting this button. So if we hit this button, it also toggles downfall, and then, of course, the slow stop-motion thrusters then begin. Moving forward, we then have this enchantment table up here next to our beautiful mushroom Steve, a chest, an ender chest, which is something I didn't think about. This armor stand, or slash spacesuit, was on top of this brewing stand, but it just fell, I guess, so I don't know if that affects anything. But then you also have this brewing stand, an anvil, a jukebox with a button on top of it to activate this trapdoor, which I'll show what does on the inside pretty soon. And this command block, I didn't say there didn't have to be commands, but I preferred it in the comments that nobody used them, so I didn't really look for any that had commands in them, but this one just is for effect. It's supposed to make it rain, but he did toggle downfall, so that's not what that does. But if we go to weather rain, we then have the light speed effect. You know, that's supposed to be stars and us traveling, I guess. Not bad. Interesting idea, I didn't think about that either, so I like it. Furnace, don't know if I mentioned that. And then on the inside, if I can land, we have the ladder that I can not climb, and then Arxius rules, which is the person who submitted this map, of course. The water for refilling the brewing stands, I assume. And then right here is a little fast travel thing that I thought was interesting, where if you hit this button, you then fall to the bottom floor. So I thought it was a way to compact the vertical design of it, so I thought it was worth it. There's number 2. Now, number 3 was submitted by a user named Profape, and it says, look up for a legit solar system. He tried, is what it says. So essentially, we have a little solar system up there. No Pluto, so I appreciate it. And then, of course, we have Saturn, I think. A little bit of a dweeb Saturn, and then nailed it. Beautiful. I enjoyed it. Nice effort for a random hub. This isn't even part of the spaceship, but made me like it just a little bit more. And then, of course, he has his text. I, Profape, am an extensively proud member of the Red Company, which, of course, I made, so I appreciate that as well. I love you, and I love everybody who submitted, and everybody that's viewing right now. You're all beautiful. You're all part of us. Look at this. Look at this. You see this? This is a heart. I don't know if you can see it quite well. It may be a Y. Anyways, back to the rocket ship. Of course, this one, kind of reminiscent to the rocket ship that I made in color scheme, I suppose, that used command blocks and stuff, but I don't know if that's what inspired it. There was a sign here. I forgot what it said, so I broke it on accident, and I just replaced it with what I think it said. Anyways, and then press button for lava trap. Essentially, it's a little switch that activates the lava, and of course that just kills mobs around it. It does not break these these chest minecarts that are right here for storage, so keep that in mind. Get out of here. No, come on, beautiful, fixed it. Now we go up for the staircase, and then we have first of all a dispenser, which I don't know what does. It's empty, and it doesn't lead to anything, so there's that. Maybe extra storage for some reason. Then right here, what is that? Oh, it's a banner. Okay. Yeah, a little curtain. I guess we can walk right out of this and walk into it. So the door is a little useless. I guess it's you know, one of those doors where you can choose which way you want to exit, but it never fully closes. Interesting. And then we come in here. We have a water thing. When you cannot exit, cocoa bean is ready for harvest. So again, the cocoa bean is in the way. Now we can come in here. Same thing with right here, actually. So we come over here, put our cocoa bean back. Beautiful. This is for the thrusters. I'll show that at the end. That's a weird lighting glitch. Red Nomster is beautiful. Yes. We have an anvil, and then we have a dispenser again, which is activated by the outside. A wheat, a carrot, and I believe, yes, a cocoa farm, so we can make cookies as well. So then we have 3 means of food. Yes, 3 means of food. Bread, carrots, and cocoa beans for cookies. A furnace under that, enchantment table, and like I said, there is a minecart, and then also a crafting table that we get to from right here. Beautiful. And then a bed, which I believe this is also not a valid spawn spot, but it does fast forward the daytime. I already did the kill test already, and it spawned me in there again, so sad day. But like I said, it fast forwards the day, so it's not completely useless. And then right here, something interesting I thought was if we hit shift here, we appear on top of the rocket. and that means we can get on top with a little bit of minecart teleportation glitchiness, which is something I never thought about. It's an interesting way to compact stuff without including ladders and extra blocks. We could just use minecarts to teleport, and of course, fall down there in the beautiful water bucketness, I guess. A little bit of a fast travel. And then, of course, the last thing is the little aesthetic. Kind of pulled it off a little bit. If I can get out of the door. There's our thrusters. Of course, it doesn't actually take off, but still beautiful. I enjoyed it. There's number 3. And number 4 is probably the biggest, I believe. It's a little bit bigger than mine, but it does have some interesting concepts, not only from looking cool, but some interesting concepts that made me choose it as a top pick, mostly in the terms of traveling and traversing the inside. So we have the main cannon up here, which shoots fire charges, but that's activated from the inside. So once you start hearing that, that's basically shooting fire charges. I'll go out and look at it. Doors right here. I suck at iron doors. Come on. Boom. Come on. Oh. Is that much to ask for? Little step right there. There we go. Beautiful. And then we have bed in here. Missed opportunity for Mushroom Steve, but I'll take it. We have bookshelf, and that might help the enchantment table, but I'm not sure. I think this is still probably just good for level 1 enchants. The main cannon, like I said, pretty menacing, isn't it? I like the spread of those. It's beautiful. But yeah, just a little comparative clock activating that. So we turn it off, and then it stops. Door here, in case if you want to get into your chests of beautiful food. And this is a space helmet. I thought that was a nice detail. Plasma charge, not bad. Any other detail? Cook? No, cook? Nope. Okay, beautiful though. Ender chest. Here's a guide by Mr. TNT. It's basically stuff I've already read, but it has a heavy plasma cannon, escape pod, which I have yet to show. Fancy engine trails, which you've seen, all comforts of home. It's got the furnace, crafting table, etc. And how to use, I've already read it, so I'm not going to go over it. But I did like this part. So forgive the AI which wrote this book for any possible mistakes. And he spelled possible wrong. Thought that was hilarious. Anyways, cauldron right here that you probably have to jump to be able to remove the dyes from banners and armors and stuff like that and get water. Space suit and the space helmet, of course, like I said, was in here. Not really placeable on your head without commands, but still a good detail. Pickaxe of emergency. Missed opportunity to put it behind glass, but I don't know. Blue stained glass, not sure what it's for. Decoration possibly. Crafting table, anvil, jukebox again, and then a brewing stand with some various potions inside. And this is 2 furnaces, just to, save space. You put it in the ceiling. I like that. And then some nice carpet decoration, of course. Now this is the reason why I chose this mainly, I suppose, is these minecart uses once again. Now if you get in here and hit this button, we then traverse to the cockpit. Look at this. We are inside of some transparent blocks. That's what this hitbox is. From third person, it's basically just makes it so my face looks beautiful. But we have these little buttons and stuff like that. I thought that was interesting, these comparators, and we can't hit any of this. But then if we start moving this way, we then go all the way back, and it's a very seamless way of traveling without it making it look all bulky and stuff. Thought it was pretty cool. And then of course we have the escape pod, which is another minecart creation, which basically just drops the minecarts, and then again, if it was an endless abyss, we would have fell forever, and then hit shift right before we hit the ground, we could survive. So yeah. Pretty beautiful. I like it. And there's number 4. Alright, and here's the last submission I received via email, and also the last pocket-sized concept for the day. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. First off, you're like, well, yeah, it's compact, but where's the theme? I don't see a spaceship theme whatsoever. It's barely even a rocket. It's vertical, but, I mean, where's the shape? Well, for a pocket design, hello frames, 69 frames, nice. I am very impressed with it. There's a lot of mechanics behind it that make it more or less a spaceship than the other ones, in my opinion. Also with the ability to launch and stuff like that. As you can see, it's on a launch pad, so I assume it's a rocket. Now, recurringly, I realized if this cocoa bean grew, we would not be able to walk through here. Douchebag cocoa bean, hashtag 2015. Stop the bullying, cocoa bean, stop it. Always in the way. Now we got a bed, and this one actually has a valid spawning spot, so I'm very impressed with this build already. It's already light years above everything else. I'm just joking. Anyways, enchantment table on the outside. We can also reach just about everything from the outside, so it's very reminiscent of my first pocket house, my first pocket device, where basically the stuff was the walls, not the walls encased the stuff, if you know what I mean there. But yeah, so we have a bunch of stuff on the outside, brewing, automatic brewing, fully automatic smelting in the sense that it actually puts it away afterwards. So we have the fuel where we put the coal and it goes in the furnace, and then we also have the food where we put the food, of course, and the combustibles, and then we cook it, and then it automatically goes in this chest that sits on top of this anvil, and it sits next to a chest in which has a bunch of other stuff, such as some tunes that we can use the jukebox for. Somebody actually included a disc. One guy actually included a disc, but I broke it, my bad. And then crafting, of course, right there. We can only reach on the inside because the bed would be in the way. And then, like I said, the brewing stand is right there, and then this chest right here, brewing bottle input. If we take these out, they'll just refill. So, beautiful stuff. I enjoy it. And then the water right there, of course, to refill the brewing stuff. And then, pistons everywhere. So you're kind of thinking, well, I mean, yeah. I mean, that's pretty much it for the bottom portion of the ship. But what we have here, I'm gonna go ahead and stop that, actually. It's kind of loud. Is... There we go. The upper part. I'm just gonna break that so it doesn't get in the way. So this is probably the reason why I love this spaceship the most. The wow factor that it has in it. Does it only have parkour to get to the top of the ship and stuff like that. It also has... Ooh, where's the boat? There was a boat up here. I think it fell. Anyways, there's a boat right about here, and you get in the boat, and then you'll be up here. That's how that works. But essentially, once you get up here, if I go ahead and look in here, we get some stuff. Of course, we can then milk the mushroom with the bowl that we got. We can put water inside of this cauldron. And then, last but not least, we can then not only craft, but throw a piece of coal right there. What's going on, you may ask? Well, it's launched. And it even shot down some stuff. Oh, hey, look, something's cooking. Nice. Glass. Anyways, it even shot down and actually launched, and that's what I love about this one. This one is probably my favorite top pick. The reason why it's my top pick is because it flies, and it also has a base on it, and you can stand on it and you don't die, stuff like that. Very subtle, very interesting detail, and also stuck to the theme quite well. So that's why it's one of my favorites. But you can vote for whichever one you please. I will vote for whichever one I please as well in the comments. So if you want to see which one I voted for, you can go ahead and look in there. And that's all I really have for episode 2, I suppose. So go ahead and cast your vote for the number overlaid in the video. You know, might have been a lengthy video. I apologize again. I'll try to probably figure out a way to compact it more. Maybe do it scripted. I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you guys think I should do? I think it's a good idea. I think this concept went over quite well. I got a lot of amazing submissions, a lot of interesting ones that didn't quite make the cut because of beautiful things such as this. But I'm very interested in this type of thing, and I thought it turned out well. A lot of you guys impressed me. I thought I was going to get some lackluster stuff in some areas, but you guys impressed me with ideas such as this, things I'd never even thought of. And that's what this whole series is about. You know, ingenious concepts not only inspires you, but inspires me as well. Makes me a better person. Makes me better at what I do. So thank you guys all for participating. I want to say that again. Love you all. You're beautiful. And look forward for episode 3, where I announce the winner for whoever got the most votes for this episode. And then I also announce a new concept. And if you didn't get a chance to participate in this concept, I'm sure there'll be some interesting concepts to come. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.